Hi Haidy, nice to see you. You've sent us a set of essays. Let's take a look at what you wrote. The first topic is international marketing. Here's what you said. Globalization is one of the main features of the last decade. Here you need a linker. Even something as simple as and would have worked here. So let's try it again. Globalization is one of the main features of the last decade, and many people have agreed on the idea that universal marketing is crucial for the development of different aspects in life, while others view this as an offensive interference in the countries, this essay will discuss how the two, careful with your spelling, opposing views, this essay will discuss the two opposing views, including my position. Okay, here's the thing. You can see here in the prompt that there is a direct command. There's something that they're telling you to do. They're telling you to discuss both sides and give your opinion. Besides the fact that the grammar was awkward here, I don't know if it was just a problem with punctuation or if it was grammar, but there were definitely some problems. It's also what you said that's a little bit of a problem. It's not enough just to say that you're going to include your position. They want your position to be clear throughout your answer. And for it to be clear throughout, it means it has to be clear from the beginning. And that means including your opinion in the introduction. All right, so don't just tell them that you're going to tell them your position. Actually state what it is in the beginning of that essay, okay? So here it would have been better to say something more like, while others view this as an offensive interference in the country, this essay will discuss, you know what, maybe that's not what you meant. I'm looking at it again. It doesn't really make sense. I think what you really wanted here is a comma, and then here this would have been a lowercase. So let's try it like that. Globalization is one of the main features of the last decade, and many people have agreed on the idea that universal marketing is crucial for the development of different aspects of life. While others view this as an offensive interference into countries. It's a little long, so you could have kept this, okay? And then here instead of while, you could have said, however, others view this as an offensive interference in the country. Full stop. And the new sentence, this essay will discuss both opinions and state why I believe X, whatever X is, whatever your opinion is, okay? That would have been a nice way to do this. Okay, remember that your introduction is the first impression that the examiner has of your essay, of your writing skills. So it's important that your introduction leaves a good impression. Okay, the world is becoming it is becoming a small village through various communication channels and technology. Why do you not have capitals to begin your sentences? Global marketing made it a piece of cake for the population to purchase whatever they need just through a simple click on the internet, as on Amazon website, sparing a lot of time on them and form the company's point of view. This is an economical way of advertising. Also could be beneficial for educational purposes such as online courses, books, and learning languages in addition to the knowledge of different cultures worldwide. All right, so here's what's happening here. Your grammar is definitely a problem. And it's not just grammar. Your vocabulary is okay, but the grammar is, it has some mistakes, and also there is not an academic tone to your writing, okay? And it's not, it doesn't flow appropriately. So let's look at it again. The world is becoming a small village through various communication channels and technology. Global marketing has made it simple. Now the reason I changed this is because piece of cake is a little informal. It's certainly not academic, so it doesn't belong here. Global marketing has made it simple and convenient for the population to purchase whatever it needs just through a simple click on the internet. Full stop. For example, Amazon spares people a lot of time. And now this sentence to me, this whole thing about Amazon, it didn't make sense. It didn't fit in grammatically. I think you were trying to use it as an example of how we purchase things from around the world over the internet, but I didn't really feel like any of this was appropriate. You said that companies view this as an economical way of advertising. I think you're missing the point. You have to remember that international marketing, we're not talking so much about this exactly. How does it help educate us? How does it help spread ideas, language, and culture? Okay, so not so much an economical way of advertising, but this idea of spreading ideas, language, and culture and being an economical form of education. That's what I want you to focus on more, and I don't think you did here. All right, let's see what else you said. Also, it could be beneficial for educational purposes, such as online courses, books, and learning languages, in addition to the knowledge of different cultures worldwide. This is something you absolutely had to develop. And also, I don't want you to misinterpret this task. We're not talking about the internet as a source of online language classes or so forth. What we're talking about here is how the marketing itself educates us. What do we learn through international marketing about other cultures, about other languages, and so forth? Okay, not what services are advertised through international marketing. It's a little bit of a difference, okay? On the other hand, some people argue that this kind of promotion is interfering with the economy of countries in which revenues of domestic products decline, no S, because many people purchase from other places worldwide. All right, again, you're talking about international trade here. This isn't exactly international marketing, different topic. Moreover, serious health problems could occur by promoting unknown medicines, no 4 here. For example, dietary supplements, weight loss drugs could be, no. Dietary supplements and weight loss drugs could be used to manipulate people by spreading false ideas. What? Such as religion and political discussions. All right, this is something you absolutely have to develop. It's underdeveloped. You certainly need to say more about it because you just had this kind of bombshell of an idea that I don't understand how you're linking dietary supplements with religious and political discussions. So it's something you absolutely have to explain. No matter how self-explanatory something might seem to you, you absolutely have to back it up with an explanation, some illustration, some example, something, okay? If you didn't mean to link them together, then it's a problem with your grammar and the way you're expressing yourself. But if this is what you meant, you really absolutely have to develop it more and get into more detail about how these things are interrelated, okay? All right, so to sum it up, worldwide advertising has a diversity of, has diverse benefits for companies and the population, making life easier, sparing time and money, although universal is not the right word here. Marketing has drawbacks as agreed by many people. Personally speaking, global advertising and utilizing technologies of great assistance throughout many occasions, sparing time, you just said that before, of shopping, for instance, presenting many countries' culture, here we need an apostrophe, traditions and new places to visit. Okay, you didn't really talk about all of this in your body paragraphs. You have to remember that you only have to restate in your conclusion. All this stuff about presenting countries' cultures and traditions and new places to visit, you said one little thing here about cultures, and that was it. So if you wanted to talk about cultures, you needed to do it in your body paragraph and absolutely not in your conclusion. Your conclusion is just a place for you to wrap up, to restate, but nothing further. Okay? So you absolutely have to reorganize some of this. And another thing that I want you to look at is the length of your paragraphs. So you've got this body paragraph that's about 6 lines long, this other one that's 5 lines long, and then you've got a conclusion which is the same length as your body paragraph. That to me is not a good sign. Essentially, you need to focus on developing your body paragraphs and much less your introduction and your conclusion. They are exactly that. They're just introductions or conclusions. They are there to, certainly hold a role, but the main focus here should be on your body paragraphs. Okay, so we spent a ton of time on this. Let's take a look now at your task 1. Okay, so it's a pie chart. Let's see what you said. The given pie chart provides information about 6 different operating mobile systems, which are Android, iOS, Windows Phone, Symbian, BlackBerry OS, and other unnamed system. They are classified in accordance to usage. Okay, fine. The biggest shares for Android. You didn't have to say system. You could have just said Android, in which it is used. No. The biggest share is for Android, which is used by more than half of the total mobile users. In second place, we can view iOS by, with almost 40%. A minimal difference is recorded among the rest of the operating systems. It's among because it's more than 2. Windows occupies, IES, the third place, with 2.43%, followed by Symbian with 2.31, and little difference in terms of usage with, you didn't really have to say that. You already said minimum difference. Minimum with little difference in terms of usage between these two. All right, okay. BlackBerry OS is in the tail of the market. I don't really care for that expression. It's not very natural sounding. BlackBerry market is the smallest market shareholder, you could have said, with only 1.16. And finally, insignificant operating systems occupy 1.3% of the market. That's fine. Clearly, Android and iOS operating systems are dominating the market as they are used by more than 90% of mobile users, while the other 5 operating systems are behind, sharing the remainder of the market. Okay, this isn't bad. Some of your grammar was a little funny, but it was, other than that, it was fine. So it's just an issue of your grammar here. I saw that your exam is coming up. I'm fine with the way you organized it. It's fine. Just a little bit of the grammar. I would advise you to, if you have time to write a couple of essays for us, then definitely do so. But also check out some models to see these things about prepositions, when we use with, when we use by, at, and all these things. Your organization was fine. Your task 2 had grammar issues that I want you to really be aware of. And then, of course, there were some of the things that I said in terms of development. Okay, so I'm glad that you had a chance to write this essay for us. If you do have a chance to write a couple more before your exam date, then please do so we can give you additional feedback on other tasks as well. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, good luck to you.